Whew. Y'all forgive me, I'm sweaty. Just got done working out, but I got a real quick message for you guys. A lot of people are just angry and frustrated with you because they thought that you would be someone to easily trauma bond with and trauma bond to. They thought that you guys were going to build a relationship based off of traumatic experiences. This is why when you first meet somebody on the first date, or whether it's a date or not, just being around this person for the first time, within 5 to 10 minutes of talking to them, they tell you they were abused by their mother. You know, they did this happened, and they was da 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 da. And it's because they want you to have sympathy for them when they mistreat you. When they dog you out and do you wrong, the first thing they want to come to your head is, oh, well, this person didn't have a mother figure. Oh, well, this person didn't have a father figure. So, I need to just be extra, sensitive with them and give them chance after chance because, they're just in this hurt stage or hurt phase, and they want you to use that as an excuse to give them a pass. I never meet people and for the first time I'm like, hi, yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm Queen Boss Lady, and my mom tried to kill me. What the hell? What the hell, Leontay? They want to bleed their problems onto your problems, and they want y'all to merge together and just, have problems. Also, they share this information with you because now they want to know about your trauma. They want to know about what has hurt you and what's happened to you. So they can also, they're going to not do what you do. They're going to use this to their advantage to provoke you. They're going to use it as an excuse just out of the blue when you confront them about something that they're doing. You have caught them red-handedly lying to you, and you're like, hey, so, we need to have a conversation. You said this, but you didn't keep your word. And what they're going to do is, the first thing they're going to go to is, no, you have trust issues. Just because I didn't do it yet doesn't mean I'm going to do it. When actuality, you said you was going to do it Monday, and here it is Thursday. And now you've decided Friday to have this conversation with this person. And they've reneged on their word. They done went back on their word. And they're going to say, no, just because I haven't done it yet doesn't mean I'm going to do it. You have trust issues because, your mommy hurt you. They only want to know what has hurt you so they can poke at it and, make you relive that experience and use it as bait to bait you in. And it can be something that, you shared with them, but you're healing from it. They want to cause you to have an injury to where you don't heal from it, because they're constantly going to bring it up. They're constantly going to replay it in your ears. You think that you're confining in someone. You're comfortable enough to confine in this person if you confine in them. But it's just a setup from the whole beginning to trauma bond with you. And they know that you're not going to throw up, but you're not going to bring up, what has traumatized them or what has hurt them. You're not going to use what has hurt them as a weapon. They know this. They know that you're going to fight fair. You're going to play fair. And they know that they're not going to fight fair. They're not going to play fair. Here you are trying to address the situation that's in front of y'all, and this person wants to address the situation behind y'all. That's why, you know, if God is not putting you in a situation to tell your testimony to different people, it's best they don't even know, because they're not gonna have any sympathy for you, because they felt like they felt like nobody had any sympathy for them, and they feel like the number one person that didn't have any sympathy for them is the Most High, is God. So a lot of these people, they turn their back on God because they say, you know, if God is real, why would he allow something to happen to me like this? Why would he allow me to be, you know, tortured in this way? And they just never get over it. And a lot of these people are the people that go to the dark side, and they say, well, I'll just make a deal with the devil, because, you know, in their heads and in their mind, the devil isn't the one that did it. Or they feel like, you know, the enemy probably did come in and do it, but God allowed it. And they did not want God to allow the things that happened to them because they wasn't strong enough to go through the healing process and healing from it. All they know how to do is vomit and throw up their past in hopes, you know, that a lot of women do this. You know, they will feel sorry for a man and give him some top. Like, I can fix you. Women get in this competitive mode, and I've studied them enough. I know them. And they get in this competitive mode, or they feel like they can heal your mommy wounds, or, you know, they can be better than your mother was to you. And the whole time you sitting up here trying to prove to this man or prove to this woman that you can be better than their mother or their father, and they out there looking for somebody. They're using you to patch them up, and they're using you to bleed out on, and then they go right out there in them streets. I say on them streets. They go right out there on them streets and try to find somebody just like their mother. They try to find somebody just like their father. Because in all actuality, they're really jealous of the fact that you know how to choose your children over men. You choose to father your children. You choose to mother your children. And this make people who look and want to trauma bond with you, these are one of the most dangerous people to be around. And they know that you're a loving, caring mother, and they've never had that, and they want it so bad that they're still a little boy or they're still a little girl, and they're still searching for their mother. And they go out in these streets and they find their mother. They find the same woman as their mother, whether their mother was on drugs, not taking care of the kids, prostitutes, you know, and they try to wife these type of women up. They put these type of women over you. They pick these type of women over you, but then they still want your loving, kind, gentle words, or your healing, or your motivation. But if you question anything that they do wrong towards you or anybody else, even if you try to you know, correct them, oh Lord, don't try to correct these people. Don't try to correct these people, because they're going to bring up your past and what you went through. And they're going to say, you are just doing this because you are not healed. They're going to project on you very fast, because guess what? They have never been corrected. Not by a parent figure. They have never been. You are dealing with people that have never been corrected by people that love them. They've only been corrected by the justice system. They've only been corrected by the police officers. They've only been corrected by judges, because, you know, they always getting in trouble. They always going to jail. That's when they get their correction. But they've never got correction from someone that truly loves them. They've never got it. So when you try to correct them and try to make them, you know, hold some type of accountability, they're going to use the time that you guys trauma bonded. And this is going to be like within a week. Because I'm telling you, as soon as you meet these people, they don't wait. They do not hold back. They do not wait for the next day, the next date, the next time. No, as soon as you meet them, they trauma bond with you. And they are serious about what they're saying. So believe them when these people tell you. You don't even have to ask, hey, well, what's your relationship like your mom? You haven't even gotten there yet. You still introducing yourself. Y'all just exchange names. And I'm just out here, my mom just died. And it's like, whoa, what? You just said, hey, how you doing? And what's your name? And, you think this. And they like, yeah, I'm just out here. My mom just died. And it's hard for me right now. And it's like, oh, okay. Check, please. Because you know better. You know better. So you've been doing better. And these are the people that been secretly still, you left them behind, and secretly they still been sending you attacks. They have still been trying to energetically attach themselves to your energy to make you stumble and fall, to make you suffer at their hands, at their expenses. Because you had enough common sense to stay to yourself when you was hurting, to deal with it, to heal, to go to therapy, to do whatever you did to heal. But it wasn't going out into the world and bleeding your problems onto other people. That's the one thing that you didn't do. That's why you was able to heal so fast at a rapid speed and just, forgive people and move on about your life. But these are people, they cannot sit with their own thoughts. And they cannot sit with what other people has done to them. You ever met somebody, they just cannot be, they have to be in a relationship. They have to be in a relationship because they cannot sit with their own thoughts. They cannot sit with the things that they have done and the decisions that they have made, so they use other people to keep them occupied. And that's not love. That's not respect. That's you using somebody else because you don't want to face and you don't want to deal with your own insecurities. And they'll have a bad breakup. And the next week, they'll have a new boyfriend. Next week, they'll have a new girlfriend. You know why? Because they don't want to deal with that. They just gonna find somebody new, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, I just broke up with my boyfriend last week. He ain't shit. He be doing this, he be doing that. And then the cycle continues. And then they met you. And they thought they was gonna bleed their problems out on you. And you was like, oh, okay. Check, please. Where's the exit? Okay. Exit stage left. Because you are not responsible for unhealed, unstable creatures. You are not responsible for them. And that's the number one thing these men and these women want to do to heal people. They want to make you responsible for them being unhealed. No, your mama is the reason why you're not healed. You are the reason why you're not healed. Not people that have done the work. And then they get mad when you don't want to accept their relationship or you don't want to accept their friendship, and they go behind. It's not like how it used to be. Back in the day, you could almost, I would say, I don't know. It just wasn't this bad with the witchcraft and the voodoo and the dark magic that they do. It wasn't this bad as it is now. You haven't done any back then. It was a little bit, not that much. But this is what people do. When they cannot have their way with you, they go to a dark high priest and do voodoo on you, witchcraft on you. And they try to stop you. They do binding spells on you. They do humiliation rituals on you. They go and they tell their family that didn't even meet you and they don't even know you, never seen you. And they're like, yeah, I just got out of a bad relationship with somebody that they've known for a week. And you sense that, it's one thing to meet somebody that's in the healing process. And you know that they're healing. You know they're doing the work to heal themselves. You know somebody that's not looking to bleed out on somebody else and looking for somebody else to heal them. It's a certain way they carry themselves. It's a certain way the information comes across you. It doesn't come to you on the first date. Hi, my name is Terrence and my dad abandoned me when I was 6. That's not how it comes out. Not for people that's putting in the work and want to heal. That's not how it goes. And because you caught on to this, you caught on to a group of people or an ex that they only shared this information to use to their advantage. They didn't share this information with you in hopes that, it would heal them in some way, shape, or form. They didn't share this information with you in a way of feeling like, wow, I released and it felt good to talk to somebody. No. And these are the people that they turn into psychopaths because they literally will use that. Some people, they will use the death of their mother to get sympathy, to get PUSSI. I don't know what the hell I just felt, but I was trying not to say the word. To get some, some vagina. They will use it. They will come straight out the gate. Oh, I'm sick and I don't know how I'm gonna make it. I just met you. How can you tell me you sick and you don't know how you gonna make it and you just met me? So what if you never met me? Then how would you make it then? How would it go then? These are the people that don't want to go within. They always want to go without. And just grab on to the first thing that comes their way. They grab onto it. They latch onto it. And then they're going to try to use and abuse you just like how their mama abandoned them. They're going to abandon you. Just like how their mama wasn't there for them when they needed their mama the most, they're not going to be there for you when you need them the most. Because hurt people hurt people. These are not the generational curse breakers. These are the people that you want to break free from and stay free from and protect yourself in prayer, because these people are doing black magic on you, witchcraft on you behind your back. You done left these people alone. You done left these people 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 2 years ago. And you've moved on with your life and you dodged a bullet, and guess what? These people are still thinking about you, still burning candles on you, still trying to get you to come back to them, still getting readings done on you. Because guess what? Everybody else fell into their net. Every other man fell into their net. Every other man fell into their trap. Because you're supposed to be you're supposed to be using what happened to you to heal other people, not to mislead other people, not to fix me type of energy. That's the type of energy that I'm feeling. And because you won't fix these people, because you're not obligated to, nobody was there to fix you, and you didn't want anybody there to fix you. And that's how you know these people so full of it. You kept what you was going through or what you had to go through between you and the Most High, between you and your spiritual team. Because this is what's out here. People only want to know your story so they can get the glory. So they can put you down. Because they don't want you using it as a testimony to heal other people anyways. Because you know why? They feel like their healing passed them by. They feel like they can never be healed from what happened to them. They don't believe that they can. They don't believe that they can. And they've done so many dirty, grimy, nasty, filthy things in this energy. And then it gets to the point where they feel like, well, I've done this, so I know I just got to keep on going in the dark. I just got to stay in the dark and stay doing dark shit because they done so much. They done so much dark shit. They're stuck in the dark. Mad because you wouldn't be stuck in the dark with them. You know what an unhealed person look like, smell like, feel like. They're not even trying to cloak their energy anymore, women. They're not trying to cloak their energy anymore, queens, kings. They're coming right to you. Dropping that bag on you. Like, what? No, you can take this with you. I will not buy that for $1. And they automatically want sympathy from you. And this is, like I say, they don't use what they've been through. They cannot use what they've been through as a testimony to heal somebody else. So they use it to abuse, misuse and abuse and mistreat others. Because soon as they lie to you, or as soon as they, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I ain't good at relationships because I never had a relationship with my mom. So why are you in one then? Why would you get in one? This is what they do. They drag you and pull you in a relationship, friendship, whatever it is. And then they'll tell you, well, you knew this was going to happen because you knew that I'm not used to love. I'm not used to loyalty. I'm not used to having a real mom or, a real friend. I'm used to girls that sleep with all my partners and, trick off behind my back and steal my money and do weird things. And I'm used to those type of women. But yet, they seek women and queens like you to dump all this on.